So hello guys, welcome to this session of Vedantu. So how are you all doing? So बच्चों, this is the session for Assam, right? ये आसाम का हमारा सेशन है and in this particular session we are going to discuss the papers of Assam. So बच्चों, the paper of Assam can be categorized into a moderate level of paper, right? So we can say that the paper of Assam was moderate. It was not easy, but it was not tough also. ठीक है, तो इसको हम बिल्कुल बीच के लेवल में रखेंगे and we'll discuss the questions that came in the Assam's NTSC. Abhishek, focus on the topic. So the first question was the Regulating Act legislation was passed by the British government in which year? Right. So we have we have studied it many times in class 8th also that the Regulating Act or Regulating Act law was passed by the British Parliament in the year 1773. Right. And they did many changes after the Battle of Plassey and the Battle of Buxar in 1757-1762 respectively. तो उन्हें बहुत सारे changes कर दिए थे in the system of governance और इसी को हम बोलते हैं the Regulating Act of 1773. राइट, तो ये है हमारा पहला. दूसरा है अंडर विच वाइसरॉय द पार्टीशन ऑफ बंगाल टुक प्लेस. सो वी नो दैट द पार्टीशन ऑफ बंगाल टुक प्लेस इन 1905 एंड द लॉर्ड कर्जन वाज रिस्पांसिबल फॉर दैट. ठीक है, सो लॉर्ड कर्जन हमारा एक इंसान था भाई जिसने बंगाल को पार्टीशन कर दिया इन टू पार्ट्स. वन इज नोन एज द ईस्ट बंगाल एंड द सेकंड वाज नोन एज द वेस्ट बंगाल. राइट, तो ये भी आई गेस आपको पता ही है. या So one more thing, guys, before moving further, I would like to tell you that the paper of Assam was moderate, right? And in the Assam's paper, most of the questions come from their respective state board, right? So the most of the questions that come in the Assam NTSC examination, they come from the state boards. तो ये थोड़ा tough होता है for many students. And if you have read your state board, then definitely you will be able to answer everything. And the cutoff of Assam ranges from 150 to 160 every year. ठीक है, तो ये हमारा आसाम का कट ऑफ होता है फॉर एनटीएससी स्टेज 1. सो आई विल टेल यू द कट ऑफ फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर ईयर आल्सो एट द एंड. Rachna, which books to refer for NTSC Uttar Pradesh? Rachna, you can go for Lucent's general knowledge, right? Or you can go for NCERT from 6th to 10th class. 6th से 10th class की NCERT को आप रेफर कर सकते हो. That will be a good option for you. Either you can go for your Lucent's general knowledge book. That is a very huge book, right? There are many content available in that. So you need not have to study everything. So I will prefer to go and focus on the NCERT from class 6 to class 10. Right. So the partition of Bengal took place in 1985 by Lord Curzon and he divided Bengal into two provinces, the East Bengal and the West Bengal. The capital of West Bengal was called Calcutta and the capital of East Bengal was Dhaka, right, which is right now known as Bangladesh. वेलकम रचना. सो द सिपॉय म्यूटिनी टुक प्लेस इन द सिपॉय म्यूटिनी आपको पता ही है क्या है. सिपॉय म्यूटिनी वाज आल्सो नोन एज द रिवोल्ट ऑफ 1857. इट टुक प्लेस इन 1857. इट्स वेरी इजी. The capital of the province of Eastern Bengal and Assam. So as I told you, when Bengal was divided into East and West Bengal, the capital of East Bengal was taken to be Dhaka, which is the capital of Bangladesh right now. ठीक है, सो दीज आर द क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम योर स्टेट बोर्ड बुक. दिस इज नॉट इंक्लूडेड इन एनसीईआरटी. तो एनसीईआरटी में आपको कहीं नहीं मिलेगा, ये आपको सिर्फ और सिर्फ स्टेट बोर्ड की बुक के अंदर ही मिलेगा. ठीक है. Who was the first ICS from Assam? Right. So this is a very important question. It has been mentioned in the modern history of Assam. ठीक है, तो उसके अंदर ये mentioned है. And in 1870, Anandram Barua, he was the first person to crack ICS examination from Assam. Hello Devasman, how are you? ठीक है, so it's A, Anandram Barua. Who was the first person to crack ICS examination from India? So he was Surendranath Banerjee, and Anandram Barua was the fifth person from India to crack the ICS examination and the first from Assam. Hello Varun, how are you? The infamous Rowlatt Act, right? Infamous because it was famous in a negative term. So that is why we have considered it as infamous. So the infamous Rowlatt Act was passed by the Imperial Legislative Council, which is also mentioned in class 10th book, and it was passed in 1919. ठीक है, और क्यों पास हुआ आपको पता ही है. द ब्रिटिशर्स हैड स्टार्टेड दिस पॉलिसी दैट दे कैन कीप in prison any person can be detained for 2 years without any trial under this Rowlatt Act if found to be a revolutionary. ठीक है, so it was widely protested, आपको पता ही है. Deepak, Rajasthan 174 is a good mark, right? This year. So this year it's a good marks. In if it would have been in 2019 or 20, तो मैं आपको बोलता कि you are on a borderline, right? But you're still on a borderline, but it is good, right? So I think cutoff will not exceed 170 this year, right? So in my opinion, that is good. So you can start preparing for NTSC stage 2. Who wrote the famous book Gitanjali? ठीक है, so it's very easy. The Gitanjali book was written by Rabindranath Tagore. ठीक है, तो बहुत ही easy था ये. Who was the founder of the Assam Association? Right. So the Assam Association was founded in 1857. Very good, yaar. Devasman. Great. So the Assam Association was founded in 1857 under the leadership of Manik Chandra Barua. So it was also a revolutionary organization in Assam in order to kick out the British forces from Assam. In which year was the Gyan Pradayini Sabha founded? So it was also founded in the same year, in the year 1857. Right? So the Gyan Pradayini Sabha was also founded in 1857. Next, who composed the Kirtan Ghosha? These all questions are exclusively from your state board book. पता ही होगा आपको. These are not included in any of NCERT book and all. Yes, Devosman. In Assam, most of the questions come from NCERT. Oh, sorry, your state board book. Right. So it depends on your particular state. I guess you are from Assam, right? So अगर आप आसाम के हो, then the book of Assam is important. So the Kirtan Ghosh was composed in 1887 by Srimanta Shankardev. So D is the correct answer. Devosman, acha, that's good. You're from Bengal. So yeah, for Bengal, you will have to study NCERT plus the extra topics which have been mentioned in your state board book. So you'll have to study both of them. आपको दोनों पढ़ना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. Next, which of the following is a man-made resource? It's a halwa question. It's the easiest question of all. Acha, I'll do one thing. I'll categorize the questions also. Right. So man-made resource, very, very easy. And man-made resource is irrigation canal, obviously. क्या बंगाल से related है आदित्य? Sorry, I didn't get you. Which one of the following is a abiotic resource? इनमें से abiotic resource कौन सा होता है? So it's also very, very easy. ठीक है, it can be categorized in terms of easy. And the abiotic resource is air because plants, animals, and fungals are abiotic resources. Very good. Very good, Priyanshu. 155 EWS Delhi. 155 EWS Delhi. Yes, you can qualify. Right. So in my opinion, 145 to 150 will be the cutoff for EWS Delhi. But for the general category, it will be around 180 to 185. वेदांत और प्रियंशु दो दोस्त मिल गए. Next, which of the following is a non-renewable resource? So it is also very, very easy. The geography part was very easy, right? In Assam, the geography and civics part were easy. The history part was difficult. That was completely from your state board book. So which of the following is a non-renewable resource? It's obviously crops. Sorry, coal. Sorry, non-renewable. Sorry. It's coal. D. Cutoff for West Bengal General. 165. Probably. The organization मतलब समझा नहीं मैं. ठीक है. So the organization IUCN is under which of the following organization? ठीक है. So IUCN किसके अंडर आता है? So बच्चों, I'll tell you that the IUCN organization is known as the International Union for Conservation of Nature, right? And it comes under the WWF organization, that is the World Wildlife Fund. So C is the correct answer for that. It's not D, B, nahi. It doesn't come under UNO, it comes under WWF. Great. Next, Bagjan is located in the district of, right? So Bagjan is a type of forest and it is located in the district of Tinsukia. यहाँ पे आग भी लग गई थी थोड़े दिन पहले. The fire broke out in Bagjan, right? Praveen, Kerala NTSC. What comments you want? Mostly focused on NCERT. Which is the smallest continent of the world? Right. So this was a very easy question, but just the options were changed. So it's not North America, it's not Europe, it's not Antarctica. You know that the smallest continent in the world is Australia, and Australia is also known as Oceania. So D is the correct answer. Very good. Great man, great guys. बहुत अच्छे. Which has separated the continents of Asia and Africa? ठीक है, तो कौन सा सी है जिसने एशिया और अफ्रीका को सेपरेट किया है? So if we'll talk about oceans, it is the Atlantic Ocean. If I'll talk about the sea, sorry, if I'll talk about the ocean, it is the Indian Ocean and Atlantic Ocean. And if I'll talk about the sea, it is the A and C. अच्छा, it is the Red Sea. भाई Asia and Europe are separated by Mediterranean Sea, right? But Asia and Africa are separated by the Red Sea. So B is the correct answer. Good. What has naturally separated Asia from Europe? तो एशिया से यूरोप जो सेपरेट है वो किस माउंटेन रेंज से सेपरेट है? सो इन ईरान, इराक, टर्की देयर इज अ माउंटेन रेंज व्हिच इज नोन एज उराल माउंटेन रेंज. ठीक है, सो ये उराल माउंटेन रेंज सेपरेट्स एशिया फ्रॉम यूरोप. दिस इज अ टफ क्वेश्चन, हार्ड. आई विल कैटेगराइज इट अंडर हार्ड क्वेश्चन, इजी, सॉरी, moderate. Which is the largest agro-based industry of Assam? So if you are from any state, you know the correct answer. It is C, tea industry. इतना simple तो है. So it's C, simple. It is also very, very, very easy, right? Which is the largest agro-based industry of Assam? Okay, tea. The industry of Assam can be classified into, right? So there is a agro-based industry and there is a petrochemical industry. There is no mineral-based industry. So दो ही ऐसे हैं जिनमें हम आसाम की इंडस्ट्री को कैटेगराइज कर सकते हैं. So बच्चों, it's A, टू टाइप्स, नॉट फोर टाइप्स बच्चा. ठीक है, सिर्फ दो टाइप है, पेट्रोकेमिकल एंड एग्रो बेस्ड. एग्रो बेस्ड के अंदर टी आता है, पेट्रोकेमिकल के अंदर पेट्रोलियम रिफाइनरी एंड ऑल, वो सारी चीजें आती है. गॉट इट? दिल्ली में इस साल यार ये मुझे आई डोंट नो अबाउट दिस यार वेदांत, यार ऐसे ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछते हो भाई तुम. सो द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली मेट फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम इन दिल्ली ऑन 9th of December एट विच डेट? इट्स ऑल्सो वेरी इजी. किस डेट को मिले थे? Very good, Abdul. Right. So the Constituent Assembly met for the first time in Delhi in 9th of December 1946 with the temporary president of Sachidanand Sinha, the permanent president of Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and it took 2 years, 11 months, and 18 days for the constitution to be drafted. And on 26th November 1949, it was finally made. And on 26th January 1950, it was implemented. So B is the correct answer, not A, not C. Which article of the Indian Constitution declares India as a union of states? So it is also categorized under, it can be categorized under moderate. ठीक है? Yes, Shreya, I know. Punjab paper is going to be held on Sunday. पता है मुझे. मेरे एग्जाम रूम में सिर्फ 5 बच्चे थे, तो इसलिए यार फिर तो अच्छी बात है ना, जितनी कम हो उतना बेनिफिट मिलेगा. Shreya, just go through your state board book at the last moment. ठीक है? So I think you have studied NCERT enough for the whole year. So I'll just recommend कि आपका जो state board की book है ना, उसको आप अच्छे से पढ़ लेना, and that will be more than sufficient. बिहार वालों को 17, right? Cool. मतलब go and revise it. That is it. Hello, Praveen. Yes, you are late. So the next question is, which article of the Indian Constitution declares India as the union of states? Hello Vishnu, hello Vijaya. The value of rupee in the market will fall when it happens. There will be hyperinflation. The prices of everything will go high, like what happened in Venezuela. In Venezuela right now, a cup of coffee costs 30 lakh rupees. एक कप कॉफी 30 लाख रुपए की आती है. ठीक है, मतलब 30 लाख वेनेजुएला का जो करेंसी है उसके टर्म्स में. ठीक. सो दैट विल हैपन इन इंडिया ऑल्सो. अरे सॉरी, विधि विधि, सॉरी मैं रोज कैसे भूल जाता हूँ भाई. अब नहीं भूलूंगा पक्का. विधि विधि विधि, अब याद कर लिया पक्का. Yeah, also in Germany after First World War. Very good. Shreya is very intelligent. Great, great, Praveen. Yeah, export and import prices will also be changed. No, definitely it will be changed. When the prices of rupee goes down or up, definitely it will impact the import and export also. right? So which article of the Indian Constitution declares India as a union of states? It is the Article 1. पहला आर्टिकल में यही लिखा है कि भारत जो है वो राज्यों का एक संघ है, ठीक है? इंडिया इज अ यूनियन ऑफ स्टेट्स. मैत्री, ओके. सो यार बच्चे अपने नाम से आया करो. No, Nitesh. They will ask questions based on NCERT only in NTSC stage 2. Which of the following is not a part of the Indian Parliament? तो इनमें से क्या एक इंडियन पार्लियामेंट का पार्ट नहीं है? विधि आई जी, रिमेंबर यू, याद है मुझे, बिल्कुल याद है. वो मैं यार नाम देख के आई गेट कंफ्यूज्ड. Very good. The President, the Lok Sabha, and the Rajya Sabha, these are the integral parts of the Parliament. The Supreme Court is not a part of Parliament. The Supreme Court is judiciary, Parliament is legislative, and legislative and judiciary cannot be similar. ओके उन्नति भाई, मतलब तुमने हद कर दिया. मैत्री, उन्नति सब अलग अलग आईडी से आते हैं. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ द इंडियन पार्लियामेंट? हो गया, इट्स दी सुप्रीम कोर्ट. हु इज द चेयरपर्सन ऑफ नीति आयोग? सो बच्चों, डू यू नो दैट द in 2015, 1st January 2015, our prime minister changed the name of planning commission to Niti Aayog, right? And he is himself the head of the chair or of the Niti Aayog. So the chairperson of the Niti Aayog is the prime minister itself. ना भाई तू मत आना आप दूसरी आईडी से. Who was the first president of independent India? So it is the easiest of all. It's B. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, right? अच्छा, ये इसको भी मैं कर ही देता हूँ. It can be categorized as moderate. It is easy and it is also moderate. Who appoints the governor of a state in India? ठीक है, तो स्टेट गवर्नर को कौन अपॉइंट करता है? So obviously all the appointments are made in the name of president. This line is written in your NCERT book. So B, the president of India, is the correct answer, and it will be categorized as very 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 easy. ठीक है. Next. In which year was the Right to Education Act enacted? The question came in Uttar Pradesh also, the same question, and the correct answer is D, 2009. Right? So it was drafted in 2005, implemented in 2009. The question has asked about enactation, means implementation. So it was implemented in 2009. The Sarkaria Commission was appointed in which year? Now, what was the Sarkaria Commission, Bacha? So first I will tell you. The Sarkaria Commission was formed in 1983 to see the center-state relationships, right? To strengthen the center-state relationship. So whatever the problems are faced by the states, ठीक है, whatever the domination done by the center, so the सरकारिया कमीशन वर्कड ऑन दैट, देखा कि किसमें कितना ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम आती है और फिर फाइनली इसको इम्प्लीमेंट किया सेंटर स्टेट के रिलेशन को स्ट्रॉन्ग करके. सो बच्चा इन 1983 द सरकारिया कमीशन वाज अपॉइंटेड. Which one of the following is the largest organ of United Nations organization? So the largest organ of the United Nations organization is the General Assembly. ठीक है, जिसमें हर चीज के मैटर को डिस्कस किया जाता है, ऑब्वियसली वही सबसे बड़ा होगा. The National Human Rights Commission was created in. So the National Human Rights Commission was formed in 1993, and it was formed because of the Kashmir issue that is going on in India right now also. Okay. Start करूंगा बेटा अगले सेशन में in March probably. ठीक है. Who is known as the father of economics? तो भाई economics के पापा किसको बोलते हैं हम? So the father of economics is known as Adam Smith, not Chanakya. Many students have answered Chanakya, and I know that. Right? So A, Adam Smith is known as the father of economics. Which of the following is not a direct tax? ठीक है, इनमें से कौन सा एक डायरेक्ट टैक्स नहीं है? सेल्स टैक्स, इनकम टैक्स, वेल्थ टैक्स और स्टेट ड्यूटी. इनकम टैक्स डायरेक्टली टेकन, wealth tax is also directly taken. Suppose you are going to buy gold, wealth tax will be deducted. State duty means if you are going from one state to another, you pay a tax, that is also direct tax. Sales tax is an indirect tax, right? So many people steal the sales tax from the government, and if they are found doing so, they are jailed. So bacha, A is the correct answer. Which of the following is not a cash crop? Easiest question, right? Jowar is not a cash crop. Jute, groundnuts, sugarcane, all are known as cash crops. ये हो गया हमारा moderate level का question, RBI वाला, and this is a tough question, right? So the Planning Commission of India has been replaced by, so I just told you the answer that in 2015 the name of the Planning Commission was changed to Niti Aayog. So bacha, B is the correct answer for this question. गुड्स एंड सर्विस टैक्स इज अ डायरेक्ट टैक्स, अ सेंट्रल टैक्स, अ स्टेट टैक्स और एन इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स. सो बच्चा जीएसटी इट इज एन इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स, डायरेक्ट टैक्स नहीं है जीएसटी. ठीक है, ये एक इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स के अंदर आता है. Which of the following comes under horticulture? So horticulture means growing of. Okay, you're Shreyansh. Okay. मुझे पर्सनली टेक्स्ट करो, मेरा पर्सनल आईडी हो, ग्रुप नहीं है. ठीक है. वेरी गुड. इट्स फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स. एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. Which of the following does not belong to the primary sector? First, I'll categorize it as the easiest. This will also be the easiest. बताओ, which of the following does not belong to the primary sector? जल्दी से. Very good. D. Construction. Mining, forestry, agriculture, everything is a primary sector activity. So D is the correct answer. Very good. Very good, everyone. Great, man. Which one of the following organization estimates the national income of India? So it's written in the poverty of इंडिया चैप्टर, और उसमें भी हमने देखा है पॉवर्टी एज अ चैलेंज चैप्टर, सॉरी, और उसमें भी ये लिखा है, और आसाम की पॉवर्टी वाली बुक में भी लिखा है, इट इज द एनएसएसओ, राइट. दैट इज द नेशनल स्टैटिस्टिकल सर्वे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और सेंट्रल स्टैटिस्टिकल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, दैट इज द सेम थिंग. बच्चा इनकम कमिटी कुछ भी नहीं होता, ये कुछ है ही नहीं, राइट. So it's B, the Central Statistical Organization, or you can say it as NSSO, National Sample Survey Organization. ठीक है. And this was the last question, so I will categorize it under moderate. ठीक है. The first bank of India was the tough question. पहला बैंक कौन सा था इंडिया का? So it was not the State Bank of India. It was not the Bank of Calcutta. It was not the Reserve Bank of India. The first Bank of India was established by the Britishers and it was known as the Bank of Hindustan. ठीक है, तो Bank of Hindustan, B is the correct answer of this particular question. Right. So guys, that was the paper of Assam NTSC, and yeah. So guys, that is it from this session. Take care, bachcha log. Bye bye, and thanks a lot.